7 drivers, Tribrid design unit, 3 interchangeable coloured faceplates, 3 sets of tuning filters, $119. What? That's right. In this video, I'm talking about the NICEHCK NX7 MK3. Let's go. What's cracking, audio fans? David here from Prime Audio Reviews. So here we've got the NX7 MK3. This is the third iteration of the NX7 series. Here is the previous model, the NX7 Pro, which I thought was pretty awesome. So yeah, these offer some really outstanding value, and let me tell you why. Starting off with what you get inside. Obviously you get the earphones, you get this nice sort of canvas fabric semi-rigid carrying case, magnetically sealed, and inside here are your spare face plates. You can choose red or blue or black. In addition to the face plates, you also get 3 sets of these tuning filters. Now, in simple terms, the black is the base filter. The blues, which I have installed already, are the balanced filter, and the red is the sort of upper mid-range and treble filter. So before we get into all that, let's take a quick look at the shells here. And just like the NX7 Pro, these shells have an acrylic or a plastic shell and a metal or aluminium faceplate. It's quite surprising that the shell is this small, considering there are 7 drivers jammed inside. They are quite compact and they have a low profile. They don't stick out of your ears. The nozzles, which also act as the tuning filters, have a nice length to them, so a deep insertion is possible, and with that they really fit snugly into your ears. Great shell, really nice design, very comfortable. I will show you now how the filters work. You simply unscrew them like this, and just like that you can change the filters out. And as for the faceplates, it's very simple. You've just got these 3 screws here. You can use the screwdriver that comes in the box, and you can swap over the faceplates, replace the screws, and you are good to go. And you know, that's nice. That's just a nice handy little feature, whatever color you want, or a mixture of colors. You might want blue for the left and red for the right is a common combination. Overall, the build quality is fantastic. They have a little bit of heft to them, but overall they're fairly lightweight, and of course they're over-ear design, so whatever weight there is mitigated by that, and they end up being a very comfortable earphone. I think they look great. The faceplate design is a little more simple compared to the Pro model here. This one has sort of got these ridges carved out. It looks a bit more futuristic, a bit more modern or space age, this one. This kind of looks a little bit more low key, a little bit more sophisticated if you ask me, but I still think the Pro model here looks good as well. You'll notice that the cables are different as well. I'll get into that in a moment. So as far as the shells go, they are beautiful, they're really nicely built, and they are also very comfortable. So let's move on to the cable now. You've got this 16 core braided cable. You should be able to see in the video, it's really supple, extremely soft. It feels fantastic in your hand. You've got these metal alloy, highly polished plug or termination and Y split with a chin slider as well, and on the end are the QDC type shrouded transparent plastic connectors or connector housings, and they fit on just like that. So a really nice cable. This is higher quality than what you normally would expect, although across the board Chi-Fi cables have been improving in quality really rapidly, but for the moment this is still above average when it comes to quality. You can see the uniformity of the braid there. It's just beautiful. It's a hybrid mix of copper and silver plated copper wires, thus the dual tones there. and it is just fantastic. It handles beautifully, no microphonics, great cable. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, I'd just like to state that with their impedance of, from memory, I think it is 58 ohms, and sensitivity about 107, if I remember correctly. You do need a powerful source to get the best out of these, and by powerful I mean like a DAP using high gain or a decent little desktop amplifier. If you are running straight from a smartphone, you might not get the optimal performance out of these, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so how does this 7-driver beast actually sound? Well, you know what? It sounds pretty fucking good, if you ask me. The overall signature is fairly balanced. It is a what I would probably call a W-shaped sound signature, which means everything is a little bit boosted above neutral. These have a really nice punchy bass. They've got beautiful clear mid-range with excellent instrument separation and clarity. And they've got a fairly forward, lively treble, but it's not a harsh treble. It's just forward relative to the mix overall. So let's break it down a bit, starting with the bass now. And the bass on these is really, really good actually. The extension on the bass of the MK3 here is fucking awesome. If you've got sub bass in a song, these will respond in kind and they will give you an awesome deep-seated fucking really nice rumble. Very, very good in terms of bass extension. As far as the mid bass goes, they have a good amount of impact. They're not too, the leading edge is not too sharp. It's not too sort of slappy or slammy. It has a good dense impact to it, but it is a nimble bass as well. So it is quite fast. It has a natural but fairly speedy decay. So it doesn't get caught up in itself during busy segments. And overall, it's just a very nice bass. There isn't really any significant bleed into the mid-range. The warmth from the bass does carry over into the mids, but because of the 7 drivers and the quality tuning, the mid-range benefits from the warmth of the bass, but it is not hindered by it. It doesn't get muddied, it doesn't get congested due to the thickness or impact of the bass. So moving on to the mids now, and like I said, it's W-shaped signature, so the mids are quite forward. They are a little bit behind, I would say, the treble and a little bit behind the bass, but I wouldn't call the mid-range recessed. They are quite forward. Vocals are fairly intimate. What really stands out for me in the mid-range here is the instrument separation, which is just really, really good. Thanks again to those 7 drivers. By the way, those drivers consist of 1 dual dynamic driver, so that's 2, 4 balanced armatures, and 1 piezoelectric driver for the treble. So that is a total of 7 drivers, and they are tuned really, really nicely. The coherency is very good. It's not an easy thing to sort of tune 7 drivers to make them all into a single cohesive sound, but NICEHCK has done a really good job with these. And as a result, the mid-range is really good and it sounds very coherent, cohesive with the bass and the treble. And finally, moving on to the treble now. And just like the NX7 Pro here, the treble is fairly forward in the mix, but it has definitely improved significantly over the prior or the previous model. It is a much more even response, although there are some dips and peaks there. There are no dissonant sort of peaks in the treble. It sounds even across the board, and regardless of which filter you use, whether it be the black or the blue or the red, even with the red filter, I found the treble to be more than tolerable, and I would consider myself somewhat treble sensitive. So overall, I think they've done a great job with the tuning, and overall I think it is a very good earphone. Okay, so let's get into a quick comparison. Of course, I had to bring in the current entry-level champion here, which is the FIO FH3. Now the FH3 here only has 3 drivers compared to the 7 in the NX7, but it also has very good instrument separation, great clarity, nice bass extension, a nice extended treble. The differences are the FH3 here is a little bit more forward in the mid-range, but the mid-range notes are a little thicker. I would say overall for resolution, wow, it's a really, really close call. I wouldn't pick a clear winner as in terms of resolution. I would say the detail of the MK3 here is a little bit better, especially with the red filters in place. It just that more forward treble brings out a little bit more of micro details. As far as bass goes, they both have a similar level or quantity in the bass, and actually the NX7 MK3 surprised me. It is actually it is about as agile and nimble as the bass in the FH3, which is saying something. That is a definite strength. So tonality wise, they are similar. I would say the FH3 is a little bit warmer. The FH3 also has a less aggressive treble, although this one isn't really aggressive, it's just forward, like I keep saying, it's just more forward, but slightly smoother treble on the FH3. So which one is better? You know, I would actually put these pretty much on level with each other. It just depends what you want. If you're looking for extra customization, like the ability to change the sound signature with the filters, or the ability to change the appearance with the customizable faceplates, then definitely the NX7 here would be the way to go. It also comes with what I believe is a better cable than the FH3, which reminds me, this is not the stock cable, by the way. I just changed it out because I was messing around experimenting. This is not the stock cable, but the stock cable on the FH3 is very good in terms of quality, but it doesn't handle very well. It's quite stiff and it has microphonics. This one, however, the NX7 MK3 cable is just great all around. It's a beautiful cable. So that is one definite step up it has over the FH3. Now, of course, I had to mention this one as well, the Moondrop Starfield with its Harman tuning. In terms of bass quantity, again, these are quite similar, and again, just like the FIO FH3, the mids are a little bit more forward on the Starfield. However, the mid-range here on the Starfield has a bit more body, the notes are a bit thicker, and as a result it feels overall a little bit warmer, and definitely the MK3 here has better instrument separation and overall resolution. I would say it probably has better detail retrieval as well, but if you're into something a little bit more smoother, then the Starfield will be the choice for you. However, if you want that real clarity, fantastic instrument separation, then the NX7 MK3 would be the one for you. So to sum things up, the NICEHCK NX7 MK3, this is a great value earphone, man. Like $119, 3 tuning filters, customizable faceplates, a really high quality sound, amazing instrument separation, nice clear forward treble without any harshness or sibilance, nice meaty, fast, punchy bass, just outstanding value. So if you are looking for something in that entry-level range and you like the idea of a bit of customization, man, you cannot do better than these. These are outstanding, and I really look forward to seeing what NICEHCK does next. And I think I've rambled on enough for this one, guys, so that's it. If you like this video, give it a like, Parfam audiophile style. If you are new to the channel and you want to see more reviews like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, See you later.